11 PC games you will never get bored of. We all have some games that we can't just stop spending our time with. Whether we have so much love for them or they have a wishful hold on us, we just can't stop playing these games even if we run out of storage space. There is always something new to play, but you still have favorites that you never stop playing. Even if you don't play it like you used to, you just never want them to get uninstalled, even if you run out of storage spaces. Today, let's talk about 11 PC games you will never get tired of. Before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our uploads. With all that done, let's dive right in. Number 11, Grand Theft Auto 5. If you're a true gamer, it's very rare that you haven't heard of the Grand Theft Auto series. From GTA Vice City to the very latest GTA 5, the Grand Theft Auto games have evolved. Rather than making the game just violent, Rockstar Games have a story that is portrayed by 3 different protagonists. The GTA 5 is an action open-world game played from either a third-person or first-person perspective. Apart from finishing missions with set objectives, players may freely roam the GTA world. The game features a lot of features, including a single-player campaign that will take you days to finish, to an online lay where you'll find yourself competing against your friends or with complete strangers. Players will use firearms, melee attacks, and explosives to fight enemies, and may jump, run, swim, or use vehicles to navigate the world. In short, you can do whatever you want, which is probably why we don't get tired of it. Number 10, Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is a hack-and-slash action role-playing game developed by Blizzard Entertainment as the 3rd game in the Diablo franchise. The game. It was a game that people were in love with, and some still do play the game extensively. The game was released for Microsoft Windows and OS X in May 2012, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3 in September 2013, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in August 2014, and Nintendo Switch in November 2018. Set 20 years after the famous Diablo 2, players choose to play as one of the 7 character classes: Crusader Monk, Necromancer, Demon Hunter, Witch Doctor, Barbarian, or Wizard, and plays to ultimately defeat the Lord of Terror Diablo, just like the previous Diablo series. Much like in Diablo and Diablo 2, the attributes and quality of equipment are randomized. In addition to the base stats like damage and attack speed for weapons, higher quality items have additional properties such as added damage, bonuses to critical hit chance, and attribute bonuses which allow items to be upgraded with a gem. Number 9, Dark Souls. Fancy games can be exciting and tough at the same time, like the Dark Souls. The game is renowned to create a special sense of rage in the players, as the game constantly reminds the players that they are not always stronger than the enemy. The games take place within a dark medieval fantasy setting where the player's character fights against dragons, phantoms, knights, demons, and other monstrous entities. These games are connected through their setting and an overarching cyclic narrative centering around the fire, and are linked through common elements including battles with demons and interactions with phantoms. One of the core mechanics of the series is that it uses death to teach players how to react in opposing environments, learning from past mistakes and previous experiences as a means of overcoming the game's difficulty. Number 8, NIOH. Team Ninja's NIOH was one of the coolest games to grace the previous console generation. However, it is not the easiest game to get into. Nioh's intricate levels, fast-paced combat, and a story of a demon-infested Japan still make it worth the investment of time. Nioh isn't going to so much tell you how combat works as much as it will punish you until you understand to play by the rules. Getting through Nioh isn't just about completing story missions one after another. You'll have to do side quests, focus on a specific weapon type, redeem prestige points, do dojo missions, and much more. Number 7, Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is an action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by the Sony Interactive Entertainment, which is played from a third-person view. Players take control of Aloy, a hunter who embarks on a journey through a post-apocalyptic land ruled by robotic beasts. Aloy can kill enemies in a variety of ways, setting traps such as tripwires using the tripcaster, shooting them with arrows, using explosives and spear. Machine components, including the metal that they are composed of and electricity, are vital for Aloy's survival. The story is set in the 31st century in the post-apocalyptic United States. The map is composed of forest, jungle, desert, and snowy mountain regions. Number 6, Borderlands 2. Developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K Games, the Borderlands 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to 2009's hit cel-shaded role-playing shooter. Set 5 years after the events of the previous game, gamers return to the backwater planet of Pandora to take on the struggle of a new team of vault hunters as they fight a tyrant named Handsome Jack. With limitless power, Jack has grasped control of Pandora and now seeks to unleash a dreadful ancient evil named the Warrior. The main characters include Commando Axton, dual-wielding gun server colleague Salvador, and the team's sword-wielding assassin Zero along with the Siren Maya. Number 5. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is a role-playing game playable from either a first or third-person view. When it comes to character customization in role-playing games, people will spend hours creating the character they want to play and will commonly stick to a single character for a while. The game is set in 200 years after the events of Oblivion and takes place in Skyrim, the northernmost region of Tamriel. The main plot focuses on the Dragonborn on their quest to defeat Elduin, the World Eater. While exploring the game world, the player may experience wildlife. Many creatures in the wilderness are instantly hostile towards the player, while some of them will simply run away. Number 4. Team Fortress 2. Before the inception of Fortnite, the Team Fortress was the best cartoon-style shooter. The game is a sequel to the 1996 Team Fortress and its 1999 remake, Team Fortress Classic. Players join one of the two teams, Red and Blue, and choose one of the 9 characters classes to play in-game mods such as King of the Hill and Capture the Flag. Team Fortress 2 has received critical acclaim for its gameplay, humor, art direction, and the use of character in a completely multiplayer game, and since its release has been referred to as one of the greatest video games ever. Number 3. Metal Gear Solid 5. Developed by Kojima Productions and published by Konami, the Metal Gear Solid 5 is a stealth game that integrated a lot of features to make the gameplay in a variety of ways. From masking footsteps in rain and being more silent when you sneak into enemy bases, it truly deserves its high praise. The Phantom Pain encourages players to progress through the game without killing, using non-lethal weapons such as tranquilizer, darts to subdue enemies, duly following the tradition of the series. In addition to traveling on horseback or foot, and occasionally, players can opt for rock climbing as a shortcut to climb mountain regions. Number 2. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is an open-world action-adventure game where players are tasked with exploring the kingdom of Hyrule while controlling Link. It's a game that allows you to feel gradually more empowered yet simultaneously manages to retain a sense of mystery and challenge which together creates an invariant feeling of gratification throughout the whole game. Breath of the Wild is a defining moment for the Legend of the Zelda series and undoubtedly the most outstanding game Nintendo has ever created. And finally at number 1, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is the third installment in the famous fantasy-based game series. The story takes an average of 49 hours or so to complete, along with numerous intriguing side quests. These side missions include Witcher contracts and treasure hunts which reward players with top-tier armor or weapons. The player makes numerous decisions from who to fall in love with and which abilities to use and much more, which decides the course of the story. Players control Geralt of Rivia, a monster slayer known as a Witcher who can walk, run, roll, and dodge. The game focuses on narrative and features a dialogue tree, allowing the players to choose how to respond to non-player characters. Well, that's it for today. Do you feel like adding any game to the list? Let us know in the comment section below. Hit a like and subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell icon to receive notifications of our videos. Until we meet with another enticing video, take care.